be live. Although the camera is not showing anything.
I had it on earlier, but remember last time we had trouble, we had to shell in and out to get the camera to come up.
I wasn't here for. All right, now we're live. All right, now we're live.
Okay. All right, let's call the meeting to order. Rise and continue the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, thank you all for being here. If anybody needs to speak, remember to please sign in, but also come forward to the chair so it's in the field of view of the recording and the live stream. Start with attendance.
Gotta make sure that's still true.
Oh, well, that'd be a good idea. So Mayor Brad Bender, Ward 1, John Post. Ward 2, Jeff Walker.
Here.
Ward 3, Amber Fields.
Here.
Clerk Treasurer Mary Jo Bender.
Here.
Brad Cage is absent. Chief Stephen Pennicuff.
Here.
Okay, next item of business is the minutes. Those were sent out earlier. Everybody's had a chance to look them over. I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
I'll second.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Any petitions from the public present? Start with, if not, then I'll just go ahead and go to Marie, if you would, first. A little bit out of order, but.
I apologize, Mary Jo, I didn't get you a copy of those.
I'm gonna give her mine.
Okay, next time I know that. Okay, so Jeremy Oaks is here with me as well, and we have before you a rezone request for 23 East Brown Street. It went through Essential Service and the Area Planning Commission for a recommendation to approve the rezone. Basically, it's just to bring it into compliance. It was zoned commercial. I'm not really sure, other than maybe there was a sewing business there at one time, and a long time ago somebody suggested to rezone it commercial. I don't know. But anyway, it's two homes, correct?
Yes, two separate, two bedroom, one bath homes.
So,
We just got the blue house on the corner that's at the street side, and then a brown unit, two bedroom unit just right behind it. Located.
I'll make a motion to rezone the property,
No.
23 East Brown.
I'll second the motion.
Okay, motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you so much, I got.
All right,
Thank you.
thank you.
Okay,
We saw you had it for sale.
Yes,
Yep. Yeah. Sale and, part of this is part of the sale, is to get it rezoned.
That's what, do you have an offer, or is it just?
Yeah, we're under contract,
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good, good.
which I think an attorney is gonna be, a small attorney office. Or attorney's gonna live there or something, I'm not sure.
Good.
Did you say that you needed a copy of this, Jim?
I would like a copy, yes.
Okay, can I get to you Monday?
No, absolutely. Yep. I don't think the closing is until the 18th.
Okay, all right. I can get it to you Monday.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, have a great night.
You too.
Oh, that's her copy, then here's an extra.
I don't need it if you wanna keep it with that, that's fine, or, yeah, we'll always give you a signed copy. as well.
Sure. But that was an extra. All right, thank you.
Just to go along with that, I think the reason why a lot of these things are like commercial is not necessarily because it's a selling place. I think when airplane first started out, they made a lot of the downtown area of Vernon commercial. And because even like up north Vernon,
Yeah.
a lot around 73 or the intersections there, even though they're homes, they were all.
I think
Some
that one
commercial.
did notate though, the sewing business on
Yeah,
it,
yeah, it
so
did
at
have
some
that, but
point.
I mean,
But yeah, you're right,
I
a lot of
think
them are
a lot
zone
of-
commercial and they go to sell and they're like, what?
That's how our first house was.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly, so.
Does it change the property tax? Oh, yeah.
So the property taxes are not based on zoning, they're based on the use of the property,
Oh, okay.
so it really doesn't affect, yeah, they're getting assessed probably the way they should be anyway, they don't have to determine, what the zoning of the property is, so it's just based on the use.
Okay.
So. Anything
Okay.
else?
Anything else from Marina? Okay.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
have a great Christmas.
You too, Marie.
Well, I'll go ahead and go out of order a little bit, since we have the chief here too. But, as everybody probably knows, there was a fire Thursday evening.
Yeah, Franny. So it's Franny.
I think it was Friday, because I wasn't home.
It was
Okay, anyway, that's right, Saturday morning. But anyway, I think everybody knows, but I think everybody may have heard what occurred is that the fire was intentionally set. Yeah, so Marie, glad you're still here, because Marie called me Saturday morning, and she talked to Steve as well. He had a demo permit, and on the permit had stated that it would be trucked out by Best Way. And I know I drove by and they had a little excavator dropping part of it, and then Wayne Zamora called me and said that it's on fire. And apparently, again, everybody knows it was set on fire. And I want to bring up, I feel like it's important that we have a motion in the minutes to charge for the water. I don't know if there's a policy in place or not, but I think the easiest way is we just take a vote, do we want to charge for the water? It was 41,500 gallons of water. It wouldn't have been used if it hadn't already been on fire. So, I'd like to start with that and get that in the minutes so that we can send it in.
on the motion, since it was, on the motion, they charge it for the water.
I'll second that motion.
Okay, motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
So, can I ask a question?
Sure.
That's charged to the people that set the fire,
Or the business that.
Or the-
The property owner, I had just looked that up, is Structured Holdings with an address of 3030 North County Road 100 East, North Vernon. So I assume that's where we need to send the bill.
right? Okay, so the property owner,
Mhm.
okay.
I would think so. And they're probably one and the same,
And it's
but
just gonna be water, not sewer? 'cause-
just water,
Yeah.
just water. We can't charge for the inconvenience of the other problems we have. Chief, if you want to interject now, you passed out your bill.
So I gave you guys a copy of our bills, and so any fire, car wreck, water rescue, basically any run that we do, the state sets parameters on what we can bill for. It's on the IDHS website, and it's also the Indiana IC code that we have to bill off of is on the second page, if you guys wanna look it up. But they set the parameters, we're only allowed to charge for an initial response and then a per hour fee. So we charge the maximum amount that we're allowed to, and then we're allowed to charge for materials used. So like if we bust a hose, we can charge for the hose. If we put foam on something, we can charge for the foam, but it has to be the actual replacement cost of the materials. So I brought a copy of the bill from that specific fire for you all to see. I'm not allowed to charge for water, so that's why I asked if you guys was going to, but I don't know if you really, I mean, ours are pretty simple. I tried to take it out to him today, and they said he was out for the rest of the week, so I will be going back out Tuesday to try to get with him, because I have to work Monday, but,
Okay.
I can let you know what I find out when I get with him, because I told him on scene that it was gonna be a pretty salty bill for the amount of time that we was there, and he's like, well, I mean, I don't have the money to pay all that, and I'm like, should have set it on fire. He can't claim insurance on it. One, he doesn't have insurance on it. Two, if he tries to claim insurance on it with already admitting to lighting it, then that's technically arson. But I can't. I know we get what we get, and I'm not allowed to take people to court if they don't pay bills. So it is what it is on our end.
I don't know what else to say other than yes. I mean, we'll send our bill too. And, we need to talk to Brad at some point in time when he's back.
So are you guys going to charge, like, do I need to try to track how much water we're using for every fire?
No,
Or just like an intentional like that?
well,
I mean, this here was a special,
yeah.
I mean, it wasn't like, somebody's electric went bad. Or,
Right.
a wood stove, even though it might be neglect on their part, it wasn't
And that would be
on purpose.
chargeable to their
It
insurance.
wasn't like it was a livable home that somebody got displaced out of.
But I think in the future, say we did have an accidental fire, if it was of this scale, we should probably charge the insurance company for the water, just like you do. I mean, why should the other ratepayers pay?
Yeah, I don't know how that works. I'll be honest with you. I know
But if it happens again, we'll address it when it happens, I guess.
we bill the insurance company, and like I said, all of our bills are set to the maximum that we're allowed, and typically we get $500. Because that's what the insurance is made to pay.
Oh. I see.
They're only required to pay $500 for fire,
Wow.
so,
Do the property owners ever have to pay the rest of it?
I mean, if they want to be nice enough to, they can, but we're not allowed to take them to court for the rest of it, and honestly, I don't, if somebody loses their home over it, I'm not gonna be
Yeah,
like, hey,
right.
you owe us $9,000. You just
I just
lost your
think the
house, but
insurance company would step up.
I don't understand why we pay insurance, but
I know. That's another story. All right, well. Yeah, go ahead.
I just want to be on record that the area plan, and I can speak for the Vernon Fire Department, neither one of us gave them permission to burn that home. So I just want to put that out there. I mean, they did have a demo permit, and it was no way did anybody give them permission to burn that.
Well, that's against IDM regulations, what we do that.
Is it?
Yeah. But
Okay, the only thing you can burn is clean wood.
do you know if, I thought the county at one time was, I don't think it went through APC, but they were talking about some kind of burn ordinance because of the troubles they were having with people burning stuff out of Cactus Square. Do you know if that ever went through?
there's a state ordinance on illegal burning that they can write tickets for. I couldn't tell you what it is off the top of my head, but there is a fine that can be issued, but it has to be issued by the sheriff's department or police department. We don't have any
the agenda to discuss, to see if you guys wanted to look into setting up one.
I mean, the state's pretty strict on
Yeah.
what you can burn and what you can't, especially if you're commercial, that's a whole different thing, but it's pretty strict on what you can burn. And I know we have addressed that with people too, so as far as the county ordinance, I'd have to check, John.
I just know they were kicking it around one time, and I didn't remember if they decided just to go with the state thing, because what Chief Pennicott said, I thought the sheriff had the ability to maybe fine him through that, through IDM or whatever.
I don't know about the fines, but I do know they get called out
Ticket.
for it, and they can ticket for it, so.
North Berman has the burn.
Clean natural material.
But the county, I don't know if it does, and I don't think, I've always been told Vernon does.
Yeah. And when I went through all the ordinances a few years ago, I never saw anything related to burn ordinance or describing what you can and can't.
It's up to you guys if you want to look into one or
I
not.
think I'd be interested. It's a classic case of one bad instance requiring regulation. I don't know if it would ever happen again.
Yeah, surely it won't happen again.
I just,
Well, I thought about it in
Well-
terms too, remember the guy we had in here that said his neighbor has been burning and he doesn't want to put siding on his house because he's afraid it'll melt.
Well, maybe we should.
yeah, it's I mean, that's a different public safety issue.
I know a couple years ago, we brought it up, because
Did you?
a couple years ago, we chased calls all over the town. People calling in smoke, thinking it was a fire, and it literally a trash barrel, people burning their trash. And when we brought up you guys making a burn ordinance, we was told that that's why people want to live in the town of Vernon, is because they're allowed to burn their trash. So,
It's up to you guys.
I think it's a good idea.
I'd be curious what different ways of setting up a burn ordinance exist.
Having campfire in your backyard,
It-
on your patio.
I'm sure it tells you it has to be contained and it has to be
well, I know
natural.
that, like the city, you're not allowed to burn brush or leaves, but they also provide a brush and leaf removal service too.
Right.
I would just say like no burning, trash, tires, all that kind of stuff.
It has to be natural material and it has to be contained, that's the big thing. You know, so fire pits, example. A barrel's acceptable, it's just it's what you put in it.
And how close it is to the structure.
Well, I don't think we're gonna turn into the burn police, but we need an ordinance so that we have a way to tell somebody to put one out.
I mean, honestly, if you put in an ordinance, you can attach a fine with that ordinance and,
Exactly.
Or have the ordinance in case something does happen, or we need to,
Yeah, if it becomes a problem.
It's an in case.
Yeah.
All right, I can, or anybody, I think, start by pulling North Vernon or somebody else's. Just find some samples and either recreate the wheel.
Yeah.
I can get you a copy of the cities tomorrow
Okay.
if you'd like.
Sure. There's no hurry, but yeah, you can get your hands on it. Okay? Anything else while you're here? Might as well go ahead with Chief. Anything you've got while you're here?
I also gave you all a copy of our next fundraiser. It's in March. We're gonna start selling tickets January 1st. We will post it to our Facebook page also. There's only gonna be 2 points of contact for ticket sales. We have the cocoa and cookies with Santa on the 19th of this month. But other than that, that's the next 2.
Thanks, Marie.
That's the next 2 events that we have.
What was March, what day?
On which one?
14.
14th, March 14th.
And then I also go the 29th of this month the Board of Public Works for the city is voting on giving us the generator that is hooked to the old firehouse downtown currently.
Awesome.
They're in the planning process of tearing that down, and they've said they don't need the generator anymore, but to make it official, I have to go to the meeting and it has to be voted. So I don't know if you guys can still help us if we get the generator with getting it hooked up. I know we just had to refinance our mortgage. Is it on a commercial loan? Apparently it's a 5-year balloon, and our payment went up about $600 a year. Or, yeah, no, it's $1,800 a year is what it went up total. So,
Is that generator going to give you up to?
yeah,
Everything?
yeah, it'll run the entire building, the water heater, the furnace, everything. I want to say it's like a 60 or 55 kW, but it's natural gas. So it was actually got for that firehouse through a grant that EMA did. So it was not, it still does a weekly startup and test cycle, and nobody's ever in that building anymore. But we already have the transfer switch on the building, so all we would have to do is have somebody pour concrete and then the generator moved and hooked up. Because the gas line's already there, the transfer switch is already there.
Do you have that budgeted out? Can I need that out?
I'm sorry, what?
Do you have that work budgeted out?
I do not, I'll be honest, I haven't even got quotes on what it would cost yet to do it, just because we haven't got it yet.
Yeah, waiting on the vote, that's fair.
Well, that's something we can use to avoid money for too.
I know we're waiting on a check from Progressive to fix the ditch line. I don't know if you guys seen it. So a couple weeks ago, a lady was leaving the county council meeting, and I don't know how, but she went past Posey Street and said she was turning into our parking lot and turned into the ditch there at the corner.
Oh.
And then ran all the way up the ditch, and
I'm wondering.
there's probably ruts this deep.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I didn't see that.
So-
It's just kind of.
We had a police report done and then got her insurance information, and I filed a claim with Progressive. I called Amber and asked her, the Progressive wanted to know who the town's preferred vendor for landscaping was. I'm like, well, there's 2 landscaping companies in North Vernon, which one do you want me to tell them? I had already had a quote from Rhonda Morgan, but they was like, well, we need to do our due diligence and make sure we're using the town's preferred vendor, and I'm like, well, okay. So,
That would be Brad.
Yeah.
I just sent the quote from Roger to them today, so the lady said that it'll probably be a couple weeks and we should have a check.
Back to the generator, yeah, I would think that would be something.
Yeah.
Once you know how the vote
Did she
turns
get
out,
stuck
I'd
in
love
the
to know.
ditch when she did?
Oh yeah, she got pulled out by our EMS director.
Okay.
I don't understand how you even do it. She said she was trying to turn into our parking lot, and there's a street light right there.
Yeah.
How do you not see a 6-foot deep ditch?
And she didn't get the little thing you just put in with
The flagpole?
Flagpole?
No, she didn't make it across the ditch.
That's on the other side of the ditch.
She went into the ditch
Oh,
right there. in the
okay, I was
corner,
thinking she was
and
coming.
then went all the way up the ditch and stopped up against the concrete culvert box at the drive. I don't know how she done it, or I was at work and heard the sheriff's department get dispatched to the firehouse for an accident, and I was like, what?
Anything else?
I think that's all I got.
Great. Thank you.
Oh,
You're welcome to stick around, but
we did pay our yearly trash bill. I know you guys helped us with that last year.
Yeah. Well, we.
For some reason, it was $200 less this year. For
You
26.
never gave us the invoice.
No, you gave us a check for $1,000. You said just use it towards it.
I don't remember that. Are you sure?
Yeah, he gave us $1,000 and said put that towards the trash. Said,
Well, we had
because we
paid
had already
the-
paid it. I put a copy of the receipt where we had already paid it in the drop box down there.
That was this.
That was the beginning of
We wouldn't have
25.
randomly paid just $1,000. We probably paid off the invoice.
Yeah, I don't know. I put a receipt in the drop box. It was $9.80 something, I think. But it was like $200 less this year, and they said it was because the fuel prices went down.
Huh.
Oh, okay.
Well, give us the invoice. I mean.
I say I can get you a receipt because we went ahead and paid it for 26.
Yeah, we need the receipt, so. And that reminds me, we need to redo the fire protection agreement again.
Redo it again.
I mean, we
We
need
do
to.
it every,
We have to do
just
it
say
every
that,
year.
just
Sign
renew
it.
it and then sign it for year to year.
Yeah.
So you get your money.
Yeah. I think we can do that in January.
Yeah.
Cause it might, usually, are you gonna still be the chief?
Yeah, you're stuck with me for 2 more years.
Okay, well, I mean, I think we do it in January because that's when you usually change.
Yeah.
And so it would be a,
We had our elections last Wednesday of December.
okay.
And our elections run on a 2-year cycle.
I'm curious, do you have any information about how the property tax bill might be affecting you all?
Not really.
Okay.
From what I've understood, it should help us more. I don't quite understand it. There's a lot of, I don't know, a lot of trash in there that doesn't need to be in it. That makes it confusing to me.
Okay.
I know there's a big push for, like, departments that have less than a population of less than 5,000. They want them to merge with a bigger department.
Mm-hmm.
I know there's been a couple county council members wanting to know, is it feasible for any of the departments in this county to merge? My personal opinion, it's not, because you're gonna have to honestly double or triple the budgets that you're given now for that to happen. So, I know there's been talks of North Vernon wanting to form a district and then merge Vernon in with it, and I personally think that's a bad idea.
Okay.
But
So keep us up to date on the conversations that you have around that with folks.
Now, North Vernon didn't have a volunteer.
they've got, so, from what I understood, it would be more of Vernon would become a paid station from like Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and then rely on volunteers still. So to me, what's the benefit? I mean, 90% of our calls ain't 8 to 5, Monday through Friday. But
Find out one other time they talked about having fire districts here.
that, I don't know, yeah, that was the whole county wanted to form districts. Each department formed their own, instead of being a township, it would be a district. That would have boosted our budgets a lot. I don't know, I would like to do that myself, but the process of doing it is,
It's
it's
a lot.
almost impossible, because you have to have county approval and state approval, and then you have to run a whole year without a budget for the tax base to pick up.
Okay.
But I don't know, I know our bylaws are wrote that if our department ever dissolves, the equipment is to be sold and money given to charity. So, if something happens and the city takes over Vernon, then they're gonna have to buy a whole new fleet and everything, because everything's to be sold.
I think there would have to be a process where you all would agree to that at some point, right?
Yeah, we would have to
So,
agree to it.
It doesn't sound like that's likely. Okay.
Okay? All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You guys have a good one.
You too.
All right, I'm going to go ahead with a couple quick things, I think, while we're still under new business. I think everybody was in on the thread about the lift station at the Commons had a problem. And it had driven up the electric bill because it was running in kind of a perpetual motion. Pumping continuously. Now, why the breakers finally hit that, I don't know. But that created the reason to, they figured it out, and it was repaired Monday. I didn't know what the bill was yet,
I haven't seen the bill.
but it was all day Monday, I think, so. But it was repaired.
Yeah, it was a real expensive last time.
It's a Band-Aid repair, so I hope it doesn't mean it's gonna happen again.
Yeah.
I don't think it was took because of the either.
No, this, the force main comes out of each pump and then goes up and ties together underground. Out of one of the pumps, the pipe, the vertical pipe, had a hole in it. So it was blowing it back in and it just kept pumping the same.
Yeah, because I
thing.
saw sewage coming out of the manhole.
Well, that was because it had gotten to the point that it was, nothing was coming out.
Doesn't
It was-
Ronnie check the lift stations, like, isn't he supposed to at least drive by them once a week or something?
You wouldn't see this just driving by, this was down in the pit. But, yeah.
I mean, the alarm, I mean, that's why I
When it went
notified
to
everybody
alarm,
because
yeah.
the alarm was on.
Well, he
Why
did,
did it not go to alarm?
I don't know why. It goes to a system that calls Russell and him, and it didn't notify you. And I don't know.
Okay.
So can we see why, or should we find out why? I mean, is that
I'm
a
letting
company that
them,
we?
I'm letting them put it back. Well, I mean,
I mean, I did
You can ask.
notify him like a week or so
Yeah,
before
he-
that about the bill.
but the
because
electric
whenever
bill was
the-
a precursor to it. for sure.
Yeah.
But nothing.
Yes.
Looked at.
Okay, then the other thing down on Water Street, back a few weeks before Thanksgiving, the homeowner wanted to work on their water heater and didn't think they had a shut off, tried turning off the meter themselves. Came and got me and made it sound like it was an urgent matter because the house was being flooded. So I grabbed the truck and brought the tool so we could get hold of the valve and turn off the meter. I couldn't get it to budge. They said they had got to a little bit prior to me getting here. I couldn't get it to budge. Went back to the truck to get another tool. By the time I came back, they had broke the top meter valve. And I thought this meant that the house was being flooded then, and we were gonna have to dig up the yard and find the curb stop or the curb valve or something. Then they tell me, no, it's just a minor drip in the house. So, then they come back an hour later and tell me they found the shut off in the house. After all of this. I have asked lawyers for a cost estimate to repair the meter because I don't know what it's gonna take to do that. But right now, you cannot turn the water off if you had to. And I feel like once we get that cost, that needs to go to the homeowner because there's no other reason in the world they should have had that pit open. If they
Yeah, they
knew
should,
they had a
they
shut
should
off.
not ever be getting in the pit.
That's what I feel like, and they broke what is hard.
Yeah, they probably broke the,
They broke
antenna thing
the
too.
nut on top.
There's a nut on top
There's a turn.
that you turn, and I went and got the big T-wrench and turned it. And when they tried it with the big T-wrench, while I was at the truck, and it snapped the whole thing off the phone. Which, again, I don't know, maybe that's not that hard to fix. But
Yeah,
yeah,
it's well, replaced.
the whole set,
Yeah, just a little.
center and go.
Yeah.
Yep, that's what I thought. So I just want to let you know, I don't have a price yet, but,
I'll
just
tell you,
what they got
I
paid.
hate to say it, but Brian Clark would be a lot cheaper.
You what?
I couldn't stand calling it, but Brian Clark would be a heck of a lot cheaper than having lawyers do something like
Yeah.
that. And that's the thing, if we can find a plumber like that instead of a big,
I know, 'cause we have several places around town that
I
need
mean,
repair.
we call it Alec Robbins, does he do stuff like that? He's the one that wanted to do, I think, call about the job the one time we posted it, but just somebody other than O'Mara or a lawyer to do things like that.
Well, Robbins, I think, used to take care of window stations and everything on. see if they'll.
If they even be interested.
Interested in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I had, Day come and give me a quote for something, and he never called back. He gave me a quote, but never came to call me back.
It's up to you guys if you know anybody. I just don't know anybody that, at this point in time, that does it.
Well, like, that got me big
I
enough.
called Robbins when,
Kind of excavator or something like that
Exactly,
too.
that's the whole thing. You gotta have enough tools and equipment and people.
But I mean, like for doing the, maybe some of that, like lift station, but like for the water meters. Brian worked with all of those, you know, but
I'm sure Brian could do that.
yes, but I said, someone similar to him without.
Right.
You know, that would be, I know it would be cheaper, I just feel
Yeah.
like,
Well, if you give me his number, I can get him, ask him for a quote on this meter.
Yeah.
I mean, homeowner's gonna have to pay it, is what I'm doing, like, so, yeah, we don't want to charge him. Okay, now let's get back to the unfinished business and start with item A, the sewer rate ordinance. I sent that to everybody today, I got it. Hope you looked it over. She amended it as we commented on it, and when we sent her some additional information. The rate is less than what was originally proposed. If you notice that compared to the other one, the new rate is less. The surcharge was the same. But we based it on only 5 pumps a year and truly on 48 pumps in the system. We went through and found plans and out. So, I'm not, without Brad sitting here, I don't remember exactly the next step. I think it's, we adopt this to move forward.
No,
No?
I don't think so. We have to just vote to,
he said that.
we have to have a public meeting.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I should say adopt.
Yeah.
You will have to, some kind of motion
Yeah, a motion to move forward.
to move forward.
Motion to move forward.
We also have to send out letters to Indian Hills in that group.
I think we have to send it to everybody, don't we?
Well, I know definitely Indian Hills has to have it, yeah, have to have letters.
So, did we make a decision on whether we were gonna do the $40 a month or discharge the,
I guess that's what you need to decide tonight. Remember, she
I think
gave you.
the $40 a month, they're gonna just go through the roof. I think it
don't
would
think
be,
that's gonna be part of the ordinance anyway, so,
right.
yeah,
How do you guys feel?
you can't vote on anything like that. I'm like you, I think without, I mean, it's bad enough.
Just about enough, just raising the
99,
rates.
You know, but,
I mean, they'll be in here, if you raise it $2 a month, they'll be in here.
but I could see half, $20 a month, I mean, that's half of what it probably should be, or maybe even a third.
Well, I think she said that your other option is you tell the people they gotta pay 100%
Yeah.
when theirs goes down. But that puts us in a position with any that are shared,
Yeah.
that we gotta get them separated.
Or people just moving out, you know, the rental.
The rentals, yeah.
Yeah. So that's why I think they proposed the across the board. It's
I
up to
just-
you guys though.
I just know how they complained when we raised the water, $2, and they just went crazy on us, remember, Mary Jo? But I mean,
Well, they
$20,
don't,
$20,
but 20, I mean,
$40.
I mean, but, you know, you just, sometimes you just, everything else is going up. I don't think there's any other choice but to, but some sort of,
Yeah, the system has to be solved.
yes, I mean, you know. In 20, I mean, even $20 a year times, I mean, what we say 48, let's say 50 people. That's only, or a month, so that's 1,000 a month. That's basically like three pumps a year that you would even be replacing, right?
It'll be 2.5, because this is based on fall. cut it in from 40 to 20,
Yeah.
you're cutting it to 2.5 a year of replacement. That's your budget. If 3 go down, you still got 8.
I guess I like or I would be more inclined to go with the homeowner paying when their station goes down.
Somebody's gonna have to pay.
I think so too, because I think it would be more inclined to be thinking about what to put down there.
Right.
And so just paying X amount.
And that way you're dealing with that person, because there are people up there that have never had their lift station worked on. They are responsible, they don't put crazy stuff down the drain, and
Oh, yeah, that. Well, yeah, I mean, I guess if they go out, it's not, and they don't get it, I mean, you don't have that fixed, right?
Well, the one problem is if it overflows, IDM's not gonna, they're gonna turn to us.
well, wouldn't we repair it or replace it and then send them a bill?
I guess that's rather than them doing it themselves.
Because there's gonna be people who, well, I don't know if that's the right thing to do. There's gonna be people that don't pay it. Eventually,
Whether we authorize the work and bill them. or
yeah, if
they
we
find-
authorize the work, we're gonna be on the hook for the bill, no matter, I mean,
Yeah.
if they don't pay.
Okay, and I can just tell you that if they're at a spark over $40 a month, when they get a bill for 3,000, they're really.
Or more, you know,
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's difficult.
Do we have any idea how much it would cost to separate? How many do we have that's got?
That are shared?
I think it was 3 or 4.
Three.
Until we got
Three grand over.
So we have any idea what it would cost to get those separated?
Each pump's like 3 times, what did we say, 3 times?
Well,
Well,
sometimes 4.
Yeah, it's gonna be more than that, though, because you
You
gotta
gotta do that.
separate the
I
lines, you
get it.
gotta set a new can, new controls.
Yeah,
Dave,
25,000.
that's the ones that are already done.
I have no idea, I'm spitballing.
Yeah, I am too, but
Kind of thinking long term, but, you know.
if you did 3 of them at $5 grand each, which I think there'd be more than that, that's 15,000.
Well, you could say something. No, we don't have to do it until those go out, when those goes out. Yeah.
That could be, but also then you're in an emergency situation.
Yeah, we need to be more proactive.
Yeah, if you wait till something breaks, it's gonna. My thought, from what I'm kind of hearing you guys say, is maybe we just take the surcharge down to $20.
Yeah, and just hope that the system has worked through most of its faults over the last
And
10
here's
years.
it has, yes, because otherwise, I just see the can of worms that
I,
you know.
I'm inclined to agree, like, I'm struggling with it will be easier if we ask people to pay more monthly than if we stop them with a large bill when somebody fails. But,
Easier for you.
yeah, but, yeah,
I
it's
just
easier
know-
for managing the
yeah.
system. I know it's gonna be hard on everyone.
I know.
They're gonna come to the meeting for sure.
And
I
maybe
mean, I guess,
we can talk about the other options though.
I mean, that's what's,
The other
that's
options
what's
are-
eating our fund for, you know, it's not sustaining itself, and the reason it's not sustaining itself is because of those grinder pumps.
Well, I think when we have the meeting, we'll tell them we have these 2 options, and actually the one should be 40, but we're gonna do it for 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, 20
Well, I mean,
sounds,
that's why we have to meet.
And that's why we have to
You
meet.
get feedback and hear what they say.
I mean, I think the rates, I know, we
they went
spread
up
it
like
over 2
$6
years.
or something. That's
Well, and
not
then
bad.
5 more after another year. And I don't remember where she put it for the escalation after that.
This is
2.5%.
This is what I think maybe we should do. Let's go ahead and advertise it for 4
Well, and then give them a break.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Meet them halfway.
Go ahead.
Oh, that's a good idea. Because we can change it after the hearing, right, or the public meeting?
Well, the thing most of the time, now, again, I'm Brad, Cage here is coming, but usually whenever you're talking about proposals for money and stuff, you always advertise time, because you can,
Yes, you can't raise it.
raise
We
it.
can't go higher after.
Right, right.
Well, we can't go higher than this without
Right.
Without understanding.
understanding.
Yeah, but that's a good point.
That is a good point.
Okay, then we would advertise as presented. Does that make sense?
So do we need a motion to do that?
I would think so.
Okay, I'll make a motion that we advertise the proposal on the sewer rates and fees as presented.
And I'll second that motion.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. And then the page prior, I think, has the escalation going out over the next 10 years. I'm trying to see the number, but I printed it to have some. Because that's something we want to make sure is in there, and then, like she said, we can always do less.
Yeah, so it's,
Yeah, it's just hard.
The motion is basically to
Advertise as presented.
advertise for survey study to, as presented, okay, as
Advertise for rate
for
increase
rate increase. Advertise for rate increase.
as presented in the sewer study. And while I'm thinking of it, I really think you guys have the escalation clause in the water and haven't been using it
We
in
need to start.
two, because we are in this boat in the wastewater because it was 10 years ago
It's been, yeah, it'll be 10 years next
Yeah.
year.
without a rate increase, when it could have easily been at least 3% or something a year.
Yeah, at least something.
Because it's catching up to us even more so than the things that you see that are raising daily. So I would really think you need to look at the heart of that water. Take that in. Because it's already in place, I guess.
Oh, to raise the water?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Just
in
take it
place.
Just do it on the next bill.
On the
Well,
next bill?
we have to
or
take
the-
a vote.
For the January, let's start in January.
Well, to start in January, we have to vote on it tonight, because
Yeah.
the bills will go out before the next meeting.
Oh, you
It's
have to
already-
vote,
We
is
have to
that?
vote each.
You have to vote each year? Oh, I thought it was already in the
No.
automatic.
No, it
No.
was optional if we wanted to do it.
Yeah.
We might as well bite the bullet and do it all at once.
I think you, yeah, I mean, again, if you, the longer you wait, the more it's gonna.
Yeah.
So if you know how to do the motion for it.
Even though it's in there,
I thought we did it, so we just have to have a vote.
yeah, I don't know, that's why I'm asking. I think it's, I'm not sure I was on the council when it was done.
I'd like it'd be great that you're fucking Brad, I was just
Yeah.
here, but I'm fairly certain when we passed it, my understanding was that because it was in the water race study and how we passed it, that we had the authority to go ahead and take a vote without having to do a full, like we are with the sewer race study because it's in.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know if we had to have any kind of.
I don't think we need to have a public hearing with that, we can look at it. I feel like it'd be better to wait and raise everything at once.
That's all. I just don't want to forget about it.
Oh, yeah, we won't forget.
Well, I mean, not forget, put it off,
Continue the
because that's what's happening.
And the water utility fund is doing pretty good, I mean, there's $60,000 in there where the sewer fund is just right around 30, and, at the beginning of the year, it was 52, and the sewage fund is down to 29, and then the water was started the year with 43, and now it's 59, so that fund is supporting itself. It's just the grinder funds come out of the sewer fund.
Right.
Or the sewer fund would be fine. Yeah, I would say let's wait till January.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
The SS4A grant, Safe Streets for All, the contract came back from the Fed, signed today. So we are under contract now. Jeff and I put together an RFP out to about 7 firms.
Mostly
And due in January the 12th, and then we'll start review, sharing with you guys, and in February, start looking at the selection, but probably not actually selecting until March. We sent it to 7 firms, we've only really heard back from 2. One of them was a denial. So, I don't know what we're gonna get. I'm gonna keep trying to pursue some of them when we sent it to, as to why haven't they acknowledged that they got it?
I was gonna say, just getting a denial, wishing you where you stood, right?
That's right.
Remind me, Brad,
Two
who
people
you,
responding?
Brad, remind me, you had 2 that was, HBC tool.
She sent a letter.
Yeah, I'd also gotten, contact from American Structure Point. Just,
Oh,
with.
okay, so that's 3 now.
Yes, I hadn't had a chance to share that with you, that happened this week.
Okay.
Inquiring for more information, but not really any sense of direction on what they might do. Yeah, yeah.
Well, we'll work on keep trying to get some interest out there. The Marshall truck. I waited on John Jones to get me a number, and they didn't, but then I got with Garlich, and right away they did. Garlich told me that it was about $17,500 wholesale and $21,000 retail. The sticker from the window was like $42,000. It actually turns out it was sold to them for, you sold you for quite a bit less than what I thought.
Because I think, well, it's one of them deals where, you know,
Yeah. They stepped in.
yes, I'm not really having trouble selling or anything like that. I guess my thing is, what are we going to replace it with when the time comes? I mean, I would think we still need to have the Marshall have some kind of vehicle.
Well, that or pay mileage.
Okay, mileage, yeah.
Or not.
You know, go real old school with the
Well,
Give them a badge, just walk the streets.
I don't know.
Well, I'm just thinking too, I mean, it's kind of,
We're in a real bind
Yeah.
with the way it's
well, yeah,
set
because,
up, we can't pay them anything.
well, yeah, you can't pay, and the thing of it is, with the type of people that are out there sometimes anymore, that they don't realize that maybe the town marshal here in Vernon is, you know, I mean, they situation, so they need to get a hold of the county sheriff or somebody for,
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I know there are people that wanna do that, but it seems pretty dangerous these days, you know,
And my problem with it
without
is,
having training.
we let somebody use this equipment, it's not trained.
yeah. I mean,
Then we've
that's-
created another problem.
That's what I mean, it's kind of a double-edged
It's a
sword. there.
real,
Yeah.
it's,
Yes.
Do we have to have a marshal?
It's in the town charter.
I know it's in the charter, but
You can change, I mean, they said that charter can be overridden, right? I mean,
I just think it's dangerous to have a town marshal unless we have someone like Britt, who's already a trained law
I
enforcement person.
think we could get in trouble if somebody wasn't.
Yeah, I
trained.
mean,
And
like
they tried to
Bill
do
Wise.
something,
that's exactly.
you know, like if they.
Get
tried to-
somebody out there that decides they're gonna carry a gun and then, you know, are we in trouble for that?
We sure are.
I just think it's dangerous.
I think since you control the funding,
Mm-hmm.
you could control the position by making it almost just a ceremonial position.
Mm-hmm.
Rather than,
Which it really is, because,
Yeah, I mean,
anyway,
it really,
you know, but we've just had good people.
we've had good people and the people we've had were tied into 911, so when they call, because people call 911, they're not calling.
Well,
like I would call Britt for
Yeah.
little stuff.
Oh, sure.
You know, kids are throwing rocks off the
yeah.
trestle, you know, something like that. I wouldn't have called Britt for a
Mm-hmm.
serious thing. I mean, where,
But he has, the sheriff's department or whatever has had them do things that,
Okay.
I mean, like he has been out on,
yeah,
and the other marshal before him,
is it Tom?
Tom Franks.
He wasn't trained.
No, but I mean, they had him doing, you know, stuff that probably he
Wasn't trained to do.
what really shouldn't have been doing, you know?
Mm.
Yeah, he pulled me over once and then just drove by and laughed. I mean, he was doing crazy stuff like that.
Well, now, whatever Miles, he was actually handing out tickets and stuff.
Really?
And he was the marshal when I was, you know, teenager, and I was pretty
Mm-hmm.
so.
I just think times are different now. There's so much gun violence and
Yeah.
crazy stuff going on.
Well,
I
you
like
wanna
this.
just think about it till next month?
Yeah, I do think the idea there of some move towards a ceremonial position is a good idea,
I do too.
but we need some time to think on
Okay.
it.
All right, well, now you know about what it's, and if you do sell it, you gotta decide where you wanna put the money.
Yeah.
Well, you have to put the money back into the fund that you paid for it from.
It does,
And so
Okay.
that would be into the, unless you, okay, you can transfer the vehicle to the general fund or to general town maintenance, then sell it, then put the money, but you really should put the money back into where it came from, which is the law.
well,
Which that's fine, because it sounds like they have plenty of stuff for us to spend the money on, so.
would give us a better idea when they come, you know, with a fire truck that needs repaired or something. Okay. Park board did not meet Monday. And the only thing I had sent them, and you guys as well,
Mhm.
copy of the letter from,
Mass
Federal,
Railroad.
well, no, it's not from Madison Railroad, it is from the Federal Railroad Commission
Okay.
regarding section 4F for the commons. Matt said if he had any comments, he'd let me know. Wayne said if he had any comments, he'd let me know. Nobody said anything. Sent it to you guys to look it over as well. And then I think that we can sign it and get it back to them. The next step will be a formal agreement with Madison Railroad. The terms of the formal agreement are separate from the 4F letter.
Mhm.
That was my only question when I sent it. And so,
Okay. I mean, everything I saw in there seemed pretty
okay,
straightforward.
then I'll also get it signed and get it back to them. I don't know that we need a motion,
Okay.
not that I think so. Still waiting to hear back from Kendall, Xylem tree clearing people for the one they damaged in Indian Hills. I emailed them and I haven't heard back again. I was gonna call them, didn't get to it today. I can try again, but after this, I think I just gotta get Brad to start helping.
Yeah.
This is back to August.
Mm-hmm.
So you know, we also, if you remember the lead line service notification letters that went out about a year ago, well, we are in violation because we didn't tell IDEM that we sent them. So, we have to send them out again, every year we have to send them out anyway, but we also have to tell all the homeowners that we send them to that we're in violation because we didn't send it to, we didn't tell IDEM that we sent it to the homeowner.
So,
We can't just,
So
oh
anyway,
my gosh.
we're killing two birds with one stone in one envelope anyway, because
Yeah.
we're gonna put the second time we're telling them they have this line in the copy of the violation letter, noting that we violated a policy.
And we're gonna put one of these in too, so people.
And we're gonna put one of those in there.
What were the letters again? I forget. The letters were, the
We
letters.
did send it.
We sent it.
I remember
We
sending
sent
it.
the letters, we just
We
didn't
did
send
send
IDEM.
yeah, I mean, I remember getting the letter,
Yeah.
but I mean, so the violation was we didn't notify IDEM that we sent the letter.
Exactly.
Exactly.
I didn't know we were supposed to.
No, I didn't either.
And we can't go back and retroactively just be like, this is proof of.
And the letter they sent was 12 pages long, and I spent a hell of a lot more time reading that letter over and over and over again to get down to the nutshell.
Pages
Oh, yeah.
for that.
To get down to the point that we just gotta tell all our customers that we didn't.
Oh my god.
It's
Another reason why.
another reason. So anyway, we're gonna take care of that, get them out probably next week. The sewer project, it looks like it ought to be on, they wanna turn everything online at both stations around the 18th or the 19th.
Awesome.
Wow.
I thought we were gonna have a final change order today, but they didn't have it ready, and I was questioning the quantity of rock that they called out that they removed at Brinkley Street. And I think they overcalculated something. But the change order will contain cutting some things out again, trying to save more money in it. One of the items is gonna be the final seating and grading and seating around the station is gonna be done by the town. But it was about $4,000 something, so I said, yeah,
Yeah.
we've got to
Yeah.
because as you probably know, we still got to pull money, we haven't made the payment from November's payout yet. For some reason, Okra hasn't sent the money. But when they do, we've got to pull out of some of these other funds because the sewage operating utility fund doesn't have enough in it
Mhm.
and will have used up the USDA loan fund.
Mhm.
After that, though, in this final change order, we still may need a little bit of more that we've got to
Yeah.
pull. I mean, if we knew this going in, that we were gonna be tight, we were trying to pinch every penny out. We pinched every penny and more,
So
but
where
then
do
we
we
had the
look?
extra overrun on the rock.
Yeah, I mean, the general fund, we can only spend 96,000, I think, so that's already at 80 at the end of November. Then, you know, we've got the usual suspects, the seeded, the, riverboat, and that's about it, I guess.
What's rainy day?
Rainy day is, I mean, it's, there's
What we
specific
did,
rules.
it was set up because you needed that rainy day fund to be able to, qualify for the CCMG.
Okay.
Because if you didn't have a
I mean, we can, but
You have to pay it back.
you gotta pay it back, yeah.
Well, okay, we'll keep that in mind. And I mean, yeah, we got, I would think anytime we get, pull some of this, we may want to try to get it back. You know, I'm not sure how. Okay.
So remind me how much they need to pull.
I
I'm
didn't-
sorry.
I
for-
can't
I didn't
remember.
read. Yeah, I don't.
Okay,
Around 30
okay,
for this payment from last month that hasn't come through.
okay.
And I didn't do a projection for what it'll be after, because I want to see what this change is.
Sure, yeah.
The trail, still some punch list stuff, that I'm trying to get wrapped up. Find out when they're gonna get back and do a few things. But we do have some benches and trash cans and stuff and set. Some of the punch list stuff. And got with DNR and sent them everything that I knew and every change order and copy, and they said they looked it over and she said, if this week, get back to us on the final draw on that. Because we have to have a final draw. Technically, it all closes out December 31st.
Right.
I reminded her of that. It's out of our hands at this point. That's all I have. On to you guys. Sean?
Well, I've been kind of still looking at this, MetroNet was supposed to come in.
Oh, yeah.
They say they're still coming from the compact, but they are no longer MetroNet.
Oh, they're not.
They are now T-Mobile.
Oh. It's even better, I think, isn't it?
Well,
I don't know. I don't know how to even
As
know.
long as they follow through.
Yeah.
As long as they don't make a difference.
Still I'm seeing things happen, I keep on thinking, is that them doing it? But I have no clue being done.
5 or 6 years. And it seemed, well, it is the rentals. When we have, it's just a thing with me, dogs tied up, we've had, 3 dogs starved to death. And I know one died of exposure, froze to death. I feel like we need an ordinance like where we don't allow people to tie up dogs 24 hours a day. I mean, if people put their dog out on, on a tether when they're for the afternoon or something. I'm not talking about those folks. I'm talking about the people that chain up a dog and leave it there. There's one right across the street, Vic Davis's property. I think we ought to have an ordinance and find the homeowner or the property owner if they don't do it, because it's the rentals and, we want dogs starving to death in town. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Is that not included in the county animal control ordinance? Because a few years ago, when we went through all the ordinances, we went through a process of, like, as a town saying we were gonna be covered by that.
Well, we were covered by that on the number of dogs people had,
But they don't
not.
have any kind of humane treatment.
Yeah.
Like, it's a pretty long ordinance. I don't
But they
remember
allow
all
dogs to be,
the chained up all.
yeah, and we don't have to, we can have something else.
Yeah, we can add on top of
I'm actually
it.
thinking that maybe, I'm like you, it seems like they did make some sort of, because I
It's
remember,
very comprehensive.
like fairly, not very long ago, maybe, because it seemed like I saw something about people complaining about, what do you mean, they're gonna tell me I can't drive my dog?
Well, yeah, that's what we're
But
gonna
we
say.
can check on it and see.
I
Well,
just,
it's already there.
there's a
We
lot
might
of
not have to
communities
do it.
that don't allow that because they end up being
Yeah.
neglected.
Yeah, I think we should review the county animal control ordinance, and if there's not a clause to that effect, we can talk about it. But if there is, then we need to start reporting those situations to animal control.
Well, the one that froze to death, I reported it 3 times, and they said that, oh, it has a house. It had a plastic tub that it couldn't get into, and then the other dog they had, I'm sure died of exposure. Couldn't get in its house. It was a husky, and it had been in the sun so long, all of its fur was gone. I mean, it's just like, I can't take it.
I just know the biggest problem when you get into this is gonna be enforcement.
Well, we send a letter to, we find the property
I know,
owner.
but the biggest problem is gonna be the enforcement of it and then all the things that go along with it.
If we have an ordinance, we send them the fine, and if they don't pay it, we have because it's the
I know.
same property owners over and over.
I know, I'm just saying that it's,
Then I think we should revisit conversations with the county about how do we make sure, because they have the ability to enforce what they have on the books. And if the issue is that we feel the enforcement isn't strong enough, we need to have a conversation with the county and animal control about how to make sure that happens to protect animals.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the easiest and the solution that will help solve the problem
Yeah.
fastest at least.
I mean, John, right beside your house, you had those 2 dogs starved to death.
And we actually, my wife actually went down and talked to the prosecutor about
Really?
Well, the Stark dog that starved to death, I talked to the vet, they said they were pressing charges, but nothing ever
that.
happens.
Yeah, the prosecutor's not gonna, well, I don't wanna say you don't want to, or it's not.
It's just they have.
It's just, you have so many other cases that are, that's kind of low.
Yeah, okay, well, I think we should investigate it.
I think we should, but I think, yeah, we need to start with the county before we have. I mean, I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all I have.
Well, you had one other thing.
I did? Oh, okay. We, had the Rusty Bladen concert here on the 29th or 28th, I guess it was, and we made a little over $3,000.
Awesome.
We decided we were gonna do that every year.
Along with other things.
Does Rusty Bladen have that?
Yeah, he gave us a really good price.
He did.
You know, it seems like Rusty Blade's been
old is he?
He's pretty old.
He's in it, he's 60.
66.
Oh, is he?
Oh, that's not that old.
No, I'm thinking, you know, you hear.
He's been around a long time, yeah, John, he has.
But I mean, you know, you hear about these old rockers anyway.
Just keep touring.
Mick Jagger and stuff. and
Yeah, he's in
find
his
out-
80s.
Yeah, or 80-some years old or something.
Remember, come around January 1, we want to start open gym on Wednesdays, so we still need to figure out a sign up. I mean, Wayne said he'd start them,
Yeah.
but then we need to start a staggered, and if we just, point us,
Yeah.
we can get
Because I'm busy.
2 months easily covered and see how it starts going. People have been asking about it already.
Remind me, the hours, was it the
3 to 9 on Wednesdays. And I think the 3 might get pushed back, I think he was just trying to think of start private school or something.
Saying that's 9 is a little too late.
Well, I know, we're just kind of, adapt as we need to. Just need to get something going with games and things, and just, if nothing else, just the gym. We're busy as can be through December, and right now, I mean, people are booking left and right. That's good.
That is good.
Okay, Mary Jo, anything?
I don't know.
Okay, I think that's, we need to remember to sign some stuff from the last.
Yeah, it's all in
You
here.
got it in there?
Oh, one other thing, I think they already went around, I did the thank you notes for the car guys.
Yes.
High school, yeah, so if everybody wants to sign those.
That was the last one.
Okay.
Or they do also.
Yeah, because when you were talking about Metro there, it reminded you, we did a right of way ordinance now, so
Yeah,
if all of a sudden somebody
Goes into one of our
does
highways.
another, yeah, exactly. All right,
I
need 2 more motions.
make a motion to approve the claims.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Jeff made the motion and then I seconded.
And 1 more.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second?
I'll say.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Let's turn off the stream. You want to get it? Then, 7:51. A little